on here. Brilliant stuff as we get the hot lap challenge underway. All right, there it is with Mitch Rees getting the first lap out there and has completely obliterated the hot lap challenge record set by Aaron Slight. So a 1:23.943 and the hammer well and truly down. So you've got Aaron Slight a 1:28.475, Tony Rees a 1:32.833, and now the new hot lap challenge record holder 1:23.943, and looking at him through the flip-flop, he was strangling it, so absolutely brilliant, and that's going to be pretty tough to beat, I'd say, Jared.
Definitely went down in the pits, and the smack talk is absolutely macket. Love this idea, great innovation, and we came up with that, the boys came up with a great idea too with the Essex Open last night, was it? Down at the motocross park?
Yeah, the SX4, yeah, that's
SX4,
cool.
what a great event there. A little bit quicker and faster and turnaround. Same with this thing as well. Interesting thing, can you come along and hire these bikes and have a go at this challenge?
Yeah, not at the moment, I don't think. But yeah, this bike here is owned by the track, so I'm not sure. It's invitation only at the moment. So we'll see how it all pans out. But yeah, the hot lap challenge, everyone's on the same machinery that started a couple of years ago. We didn't do it last year, but Mitch, he has set the pace, frantic pace, and that is the outright lap record holder around the cemetery circuit. So knows how to get a good lap time in, 1:23.9. So pretty cool. And I love it how it just brings an extra dimension, an extra element, the bit of the smack talking and a bit of the banter going on track at the moment. So Mitch Rees, and I think next on track we'll see who that is when it comes out. But it's going to be vital they get straight out on track, no room for mucking around, get those tyres nice and warm, and have a good go at this one here.
That was mentioned before. There was, but it was a better day and this and this and this, and there is no, there's only smack talk about the results that are going up on the board, and the current leader there clearly is Mitch Rees. Zak Fuller, it's going to be interesting to see what he can do. Very good on the little bikes and stuff, been thrown in. It's going to be quite a good little challenge, this one.
Yeah, so a cool little commuter bike. This is sort of a naked fairing machine. It's got 500cc twin-cylinder machine, so a great little commuter bike, and purchased by the Mclaren Motorsport Park a few years ago, and now in the hands of, I believe, it looks like Matt Brough out there at the moment. I reckon they should have to indicate in the corners as well. I reckon that should be part of the lap time, otherwise it's null and void. That's something else I'd like to see. A lot of these guys too will have racing gearboxes where you shift up to change down and etc. So being back on a road bike, there might be a bit of talent needed, a bit of throttle control, as we see on his outlap at the moment, Matt Brough ready to hit this hot lap challenge, one of the cool aspects of the Learn with Rees weekend at Bruce McLaren Motorsport Park.
See down there on pit wall, Tony and the crew there, all having a good little chuckle. He just got pushed off the leaderboard, or second place there by Mitchell. So Mitchell is the coolest one in the Rees family. Also touched on, it is a naked bike, not naked as we know, but it doesn't have fairings. So hopefully if someone wants to really go for it and throw it upside down, she's not going to be buying a set of fairings. So we'll see what Matt can do in this one. Can he take the title off Mitchell Rees?
So he is, I think he was just on his outlap, but he's used the short chute and headed back on there. So smart riding from Matt. He's not going to use all his energy and worry about going down to turn 11. So into the flip-flop. This is where he's going to start his hot lap. We don't have sector times here at Bruce Mclaren Motorsport Park, but he's going to have to get everything all neat and tidy because Mitch Rees really has set the benchmark on 1:23.3 as we see Matt Brough starting his hot lap out there at the moment. So there we go. We'll keep you updated when we see the time come through, and I wonder... that is the national circuit as well. So these guys, especially Matt and SJ, they've just had the 2-hour endurance race. They've been used to doing the right, the left, and the race course, but not required on this lap. It's just the national circuit. So turn 9's back online, and we'll see how this goes. But quite a cool-looking bike to ride, Love Machine, and pretty neat and tidy.
Yeah, I haven't had a real good squiz at it. I will scoot down after this and get some technical specs and stuff and see what this bike's like. But yeah, like you touched on, it is a naked bike, upright seating and high handlebars as well. But Mitchell Rees definitely taking it to another level.
Yeah, this is pretty cool at the moment. The Hot Lap Challenge, part of our 2 and 3 hour endurance racing event. We had our half-hour Gixxer 150 race earlier this morning, taken out by Billy Fuller, one of our young ladies in New Zealand road racing. Really, really cool to see her and her big brother Zak will be out on this bike as well to try and have a crack at this Hot Lap Challenge. We've seen, he's gone through the short lap, so I'm not sure if he's just getting some more heat in the tyres or he hasn't quite gone on, but we'll keep an eye on that one there as he goes through there. Maybe that is the lap they're supposed to do, the shortened lap. So here we go, in the flip-flop around here. We'll see what sort of lap time he's got. And Matt Brough about to set a lap on the national circuit. So there we go, clocks that one in there, and a 1:29.081. So a 1:29.081. So not quite good enough to knock Slidey out of second place, but not quite on the same pace as Mitchell Rees. So that's that one there in the books.
You see, just looking down from the commentary box down there, we've got Zak and SJ getting ready for their helmets on. It looks like Zak's going to be next up. He's jumped onto the CBR 600 with Team Rees this year, so it's going to be real cool to watch him. He'll be coming up in the 3 hour, which is just after the lunch break. Weather conditions still fine. We haven't got rain. We've got overcast conditions. Track temperature is still up around the 30-degree mark, so perfect conditions here to do this primo fast lap time, which Mitch has just set. So at the top of the leaderboard and bragging rights and smack talk to Mitchell Rees at this stage. But the new signing, Zak Fuller, Billy has just been out there and taken away that 151. Great ride there. Zak will be up in the next one, but here's his dash for cash. Can he have a go at the master, which is Mitch Rees?
So well done to Matt Brough. He's on the leaderboard now at 1:29.081. So that's going to be the third fastest time on our leaderboard when we write them all down. So awesome to have the lap time there. But Zak Fuller, yeah, he'll be desperate to get out there. He's also been one that's campaigned a few different machines over the last few years. He's been on Ninja 400s. He's been on the Gixxer as well, and of course his Pro Twin last year. So he'll be well attuned to the different machines, and he'll be ready to go. And of course, from a motocross background, he's a very accomplished cross-country rider as well. So those handlebars he'll feel right at home with those ones as well. So here we go, Zak Fuller about to get out there and try his hand at the Hot Lap Challenge.
One of the things that really excites me about Zak is his style, and reminds me of a dirty farm boy on a road bike, mate. He's so flowy and beautiful, like we were touching on before with Nathan Jane, beautiful flowy style, but Zak has an incredible style as well. That really excites me, so interesting to see what he can come up with for lap time. But Tony down there in the seat of shame, really. He's getting dropped down. Can Zak get the big boss man into a lower position?
All right, just on his outlap at the moment. So it doesn't look to be strangling it too hard, just getting everything ready. He's probably never even sat on the spike, let alone ridden it before. So you've got to get yourself all sorted out. You've got one outlap to sort of get yourself attuned. How long, second gear is third gear and all that sort of thing. And here we go. Zak, definitely one of the superstars in the making. One of the graduates of the Gixxer Cup when we had that a couple of seasons ago, and just one of the many awesome things happening in New Zealand road racing at the moment. And like Jared touched on, has a full CBR 600 ride this year with Team Rees Racing. So very, very excited to see how this all pans out. Zak Fuller, but just heading out on the back straight now and ready to go with the Hot Lap Challenge. This is the third of 4 riders, the only rider after this, SJ Cavell. And the 1:23.3 set by Mitch, that is going to take some getting. So let's have a look how to turn 14 and see where Zak Fuller can find himself. Pretty exciting stuff. So there he goes. He's got a neat and tidy slipstream position. But let's see if he's realised how much brake it's got into turn 1. Yeah, he's done that pretty good. This is good stuff. A good line. He's managed to get himself right off the side of the bike. So pretty good. I think Mitch is in trouble here. This looks like a pretty aggressive line here into the S's. We find Zak Fuller. Look at those handlebars. They look wider than everything. So he's got to really use all his knowledge and all his power get that thing through, but that's pretty neat and tidy through the S's. I'm quite impressed here.
It's got a nice flowy style like we just touched on before, but those big wide handlebars, it's an awkward thing. These boys are on CBR 600s and CBR 1000s, so to jump on this thing is pretty foreign. So one lap to come out and put it on the top of the podium is a hard task, but you do get bragging rights.
Yeah, look at that. Just a little bit of a moment going into turn number 7. This is fabulous stuff to see. The Hot Lap Challenge. Look at the pit wall full of people. Yeah. So great to see something. We've got the 3-hour endurance race coming up next, but all action at the moment on the track. Can he get onto the back straight? Very nicely done there from Zak Fuller. Uses every inch of Brough Mclaren Motorsport Park, and this is where Mitch Rees made a lot of the time into the flip-flop. He just about straight-lined it on this bike, so yeah, that's pretty good through there. I think Mitchell just carried a little bit more speed into the flip-flop. We're going to have a look at this. We don't have any sector times or split times, so it's going to be all on for when he crosses the line. We're going to have it on our thing at a 1:22.5. There it is, a 1:22.5. Oh, yes, 1:22.585, and he won't even know that. He'll have no communication. He'll have to look over, and he'll be wondering what's happening. The pit lane's jumping for joy. Brilliant. Oh, that's good. 1:22.585. So that's ultimate bragging rights in Team Rees Racing. Zak Fuller, and he is now the leader of the Hot Lap Challenge, and that's pretty exciting when you can put yourself next to Tony Rees, Aaron Slight, and Mitchell Rees. So he'll feel pretty good about that, Jared.
Absolutely stoked. Look at Mitch. I think he's crying down there on pit wall. The young apprentice has just scalped the master. Woohoo! If he can't see me if he doesn't know what his lap time is, he just needs to look up in the commentary box. I'm jumping for joy, mate. Good work there, Zak.
Absolutely brilliant. So 1 to go. SJ Cavell, he'll be fresh off his awesome performance in the 2-hour endurance race where him and Matt won it. So the only one who can answer, Zak, 1:22.585. I wouldn't have thought that was possible. That was awesome. And I think most of that was through the S's where he was, I don't think he used the seat at all from turn 1 right through to turn number 4. So that's it for Zak Fuller. And there's a bit of trickery going on. He's used the different entrance to pit lane. So just maybe trying to cool those tyres down so SJ doesn't have a chance here, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. If it was me, I'd be sabotaging the bike, turning the kill switch off and adjusting all the brake levers and stuff just to secure that dominant spot. But poor old SJ, he's having to come in and jump on the back of that. But great ride there, Zak Fuller.
Oh, brilliant bit of horn there as well. So absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I reckon we need to bring in the indicators. They've got to be on when you're turning around there as well. That will be an awesome little feature. But here we go with SJ Cavell, fresh off his 2-hour victory. He's going to go out and see what he can do in the Hot Lap Challenge on that cool new Honda CB500.
Touched on there too with SJ stepping up and doing the MNZ roll as well. So hopefully some new implemented changes and stuff and a little bit more free flow of the rules, and he's got a great bit of rider's knowledge. He's a great person here down at Taupo and helps out everyone, so good to see him get into that role and make motorcycling go ahead.
Yeah, so this is cool stuff. The Honda CB500 out there at the moment. An awesome little commuter bike and available in a couple of different colours. So yeah, we're just going to try and have a look at some of the specifications of this thing. So fantastic. It is a 471 parallel twin, so yeah, this will be pretty cool for these guys. I mean, SJ, he's an accomplished 650 twin rider, so he'll know how this thing pulls out of the corners and that sort of thing. But yeah, looking like a nice little bike here and part of the Brough Mclaren Motorsport Hot Lap Challenge. and part of the Learn with Rees weekend as well. This is quite a cool thing. Hopefully we can keep this going as well. Maybe invite a couple of profile names to come and have a go. We've already had Aaron Slight and Tony Rees. They did it a couple of years ago, and now we're going to add 4 more names to the list as well. As we see SJ Cavell, the 4th and final man to do a hot lap challenge here at the moment. And this is a pretty cool spectacle. He's not quite as streamlined as Zak Fuller was, but let's see if it pays off for him. He's into turn 1, pretty good as well. Definitely not as aggressive and off the bike as Zak was, but we never know. He's carrying a lot of good corner speed. That's pretty nicely done through there. So it's all on here. SJ Cavell, the board member extraordinaire. So cool to have SJ and put his hand up to try and change motorcycling for the better. And we love it and getting behind SJ Cavell on this hot lap at the moment.
Another new little thing that I'd like to try and suggest is maybe a 2-up race. It might be quite cool as well. A lot of the shops and stuff do rides. And, yeah, I've had pillions on and it doesn't seem to make too much of a difference. So, yeah, I'd just have to find a victim, maybe someone nice and light like Tony, and slide him on the back, and we could do some 2-up racing.
Yeah, 2-up racing. There's always been a part of that. There's always been somewhere the 2-up racing. I remember down the Tarapa Straits there,
yeah.
2-up on a little SJ50 scooter. That's for another story. That's for another time, that story. But here's SJ. Pretty neat and tidy. He's been calculated around this Brough Mclaren Motorsport Club circuit. He's going to go into the flip-flop. He's carrying some good speed into there. So, yeah, flips it over and does a pretty good job. I love to see the headlight shining at us when we look at it as well. Here we go, out of turn 14. Here it is, SJ Cavell. Let's have a look. I'm not sure what sort of time it's going to be. We don't have any sector times, but here it is. Crosses the line and a 1:25.5. So a 1:25.5. Not quite enough to topple the timesheets, but it is better than Aaron Slight's time as well. So there we go. Awesome stuff from SJ Cavell. Gets himself 3rd fastest in the hot lap challenge this afternoon and puts himself 3rd overall on the Honda Hot Lap Challenge board. So that's a wrap of the Hot Lap Challenge. Brilliant stuff.